I mean, I got some more. Where are we going? Breakfast.
I need your passport or something like that.
Yeah, one thing I was going to say is the original email that we were corresponding by got hacked. So there's two different emails. So that's quite a bit more information. I just printed out. But it shows the VTO contract, everything. The problem I have is that also when I was working there, they didn't pay my taxes, they didn't pay my health, so it looks like I didn't do anything. That affects my benefits here.
Mm-hmm.
But when this one thing gives you like the chronological one.
Yesterday I called the lawyer.
This gives you a chronological list of what actually happened.
And he said that the fee of the lawyer is more than 2,400 euros. And normally he said that you have to pay him the less money. But he doesn't care, he wants that everything goes his way. But the other thing is, when you get 2,400 euro from Sky, Germany, Sky Deutschland, he has to give you the money, and then you have to pay him.
Okay, but the thing is, all of that is a complete and utter lie. A complete and utter lie. Because I got no termination, he wouldn't let me go to court, I wanted harassment, he did absolutely nothing that I asked him to, nothing. And the thing is, from the very start, he said I was on legal aid. If he said, listen, I had no money.
Legal aid?
Legal aid.
That's okay.
Because if he'd have said, yes, I'm going to charge you, I wouldn't have even gone through this with him. And the thing is, I contacted the German government, they've got it, that I've absolutely paid, I never even worked there. He did nothing. I don't owe him a penny. He basically said he filled out a legal aid form and I got accepted. If he had said there was the only point he mentioned charges was when he said, oh, you got 2,400 euros. At no point did he tell me what that was for. He wouldn't allow me to go to court. This shows you the harassment that was going on. He did nothing. And even like 6 months ago, I went to the bureau. It looks like I never even worked there. That's against the law. You can't do that.
Okay.
He lied from the start. Plus he has my information.
We write a crime report. The crime is investment man, you know.
He's been blatantly lying through his teeth.
Yes,
Blatantly.
because he don't give you the money. We write a crime report and then let's see what happens.
All I'm going to say to you is one, he is lying through his teeth. All I'm saying is, even if he'd have said anything about fees, at the time that I went to this lawyer, I had about 300 euros in my bank. Because what happened is, in order for you to do legal aid, you have to provide bank statements. So my bank was opened in Würzburg, so he made me go all the way to Würzburg, print out my bank statements, bring it back. He's like, yeah, you got legal aid. If he'd have mentioned fees at any single point, I would have went, I can't pay you. I don't even have the money to live. The only reason he went, I'm German, don't worry, I'll take care of it. There was blatant harassment, threats, there was no termination contract. They never paid my taxes, my health insurance. He wouldn't let me go to court. It was one big lie. And then at the point that they come up with this 2,400, which makes no sense, even that amount makes no sense, he then starts mentioning charges. As soon as he mentioned charges, he got physically violent and threw me out.
But the point is, you want the 2,400 euros.
And then he's going to ask me to pay him back for something. I don't even know what he did.
Because you said yesterday that
it should be way more than that.
That the court made
I don't know if the court did anything. That's what he told me.
A comparison with Sky Germany, Sky Deutschland?
Say again, sorry, I don't understand.
Comparison.
A comparison to what?
Between you and Sky Germany.
But a comparison of what? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense.
I don't understand either. The point is, your lawyer said you get 2,400 euros from Sky Germany. Am I right?
No, but no, that's not even
Okay,
right.
wait.
I don't want to talk to him.
No. Ja, Stefan hier. Ich habe gehört, du bist ein Englischpartner, ne? Gut, könntest du mal runterkommen, weil ich habe hier einen Engländer und vielleicht habe ich ihn auch völlig vergessen. Danke. Okay, my chief is coming. He speaks better English.
I'm just saying, what's going on there is complete corruption. Sky, so my contract was with BTO, not Sky.
Yes, but I understood yesterday that you have a contract with BTO, and they gave you a job, Sky Germany, and you don't get money from Sky Germany.
Let me take a step back. So I work for BTO, which is an Italian company.
Yes.
They're supposed to have a contract with Sky Deutschland,
Yes.
which I found out they didn't. There was no contract between the two.
But you worked for Sky Deutschland.
You can see here at a Sky address. So I'm working in Sky Deutschland. I'm solving half the problems, I'm trying to fix everything. Then BTO was like, oh, by the way, get the org charts, get this. And I'm like, I think that's illegal, you're not allowed to do that. No, do this, do that. And then he would come on site, BTO, be very physically aggressive, go to this audit meeting, go to this. And it became extremely aggressive, violent. And then what happened is, none of them paid me. I got no termination number.
From BTO?
From either. And then what happened is, Sky Deutschland said, okay, you're gonna have to leave the site. I said, under what grounds? She said, I don't have any grounds, but because of what BTO is doing. So I came out the building in Hannover, in Munich. I called BTO. They just disappeared. I mean, they disappeared. So then I went to the Arbeitshilfen. They said, you don't speak German, go get a lawyer. I went and got the lawyer. I said, look, they haven't paid me. I don't know German law. Can you help me? He said, we need to go through the legal aid process. I said, okay, great. You got legal aid, no problem. Then I gave him all the evidence. Then he mentioned a court date, which BTO did not turn up to. I said, okay, I would like to come to the court date because I want to hear what they got to say. Under German law, you're not allowed to come. I didn't know that. So I said, okay, so then he got another court date and he went by himself. I said, do you have everything you need? Yes. Now, in order to get legal aid, you have to provide financial evidence that you have no money,
Yes.
which I did. He came back, he didn't mention harassment in court, he didn't mention about the taxes, he didn't mention about the health care. He just did the 2,400 euros, which apparently is for them not giving me the termination. But even that amount doesn't make any sense. When I start to ask questions about where does the 2,400 come from, he then starts saying, oh, I didn't tell you, you didn't get legal aid, and now you owe me a whole bunch of money. I said, please show me my file to what goes on. That's when he got violent, that's when I got thrown out, that's when I called the police. He lied from start to finish.
Ich habe jetzt so viel aufgenommen, dass er gearbeitet hat, nicht bezahlt worden ist und das gerichtlich einklagen wollte und da es große Probleme gab.
Genau. So eben das auch.
Okay.
Und irgendwie habe ich
I'm here
verstanden,
to support him.
No problem.
Okay.
It's okay.
und irgendwie habe ich gestern so verstanden, dass der Anwalt hier
Ja,
mit dem Gericht einen Vergleich ausgehandelt hat
ja.
mit BTO.
BTO ist der
Das ist eine Firma, die
Arbeitgeber.
Genau. Und einen Vergleich ausgehandelt hat und dann kam da 2.400 Euro raus. Er weiß aber nicht, wie sich das zusammensetzt alles,
Ja,
wo die 2.400 Euro herkommen und er hat die 2.400 Euro auch noch nicht gesehen von dem Anwalt. Dann
ja,
habe ich gestern den Anwalt angerufen
ja.
und der sagte mir, dass die Anwaltskosten die 2.400 Euro übersteigen und er eigentlich noch Geld von ihm kriegt. Aber dann sagten wir dann, selbst wenn das so wäre, dürfte er den Vergleich ausgehandelte 2.400 € gleich einbehalten und verrechnen, sondern müsste sie ihm erstmal auszahlen.
Hat er denn auch? Und was möchte er jetzt von uns? Weil wir sind kein Übersetzungsunternehmer für ihn.
Nee, also so wie ich ihn verstanden habe, würde er gerne Anzeige erstatten gegen, was hat er gestern gesagt, oh, was war das ja? Nee.
Can I talk to you?
Kann?
Can I talk to you for once?
Yes, of course we
Okay,
can.
so just so he's clear, right? So obviously he knew that I was vulnerable and I didn't know. I was relying on these companies.
Yeah.
So when I joined PTO, they didn't do my taxes, didn't do my healthcare. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So it looked like I wasn't working. Under German law, BTO is supposed to have a contract with Sky Deutschland before they send me there. When I got there was massive arguments, and so what happened was I got involved in stuff that had nothing to do with my job. BTO started threatening me. Because BTO was threatening me on site in Sky Deutschland and I'm deferring, Sky Deutschland after 2 months said, we don't know what's going on, you're going to have to leave the site. I contacted BTO. I never ever got a termination notice, and in here, they start, BTO starts sending me WhatsApp messages,
Yeah.
right? You better do this, you better do that. I go to the German lawyer on good faith. I said, I came here with very little, I have no money. Can we do the, he said, in Germany, when you have no money, legal aid, here's the form.
Yeah.
So we filled it out.
Yeah.
He
And
came
did you
back,
get an answer?
he said I got legal aid. That's the only way I could proceed, because at that time I had like 300 euros, that was it.
Otherwise you won't get the lawyer's help.
Well, I told him, I said, I'm struggling to eat right
Yeah.
now, never mind pay a lawyer, if I don't get legal aid, this is over.
Yeah.
So he's like, don't worry, we'll go through everything. So it was more than just the termination. It was, I didn't get termination, they didn't pay the taxes, it makes it look like I never worked there.
That's
The
a
harassment.
two different things.
Yes.
One was your old company, the BTO.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's finished. My colleague told me.
I still
You
don't
went
have
to court?
termination.
I think so. It's
I was never physically handed a termination notice, ever.
yeah.
And I know in German law, I have to physically be handed a termination. I have never been given
You
that.
have got.
I've never been given a termination notice.
You can do a signature
Termination.
to the lawyer
Well,
to give him the order to go to court.
well, the problem I have is when I was with that lawyer, is he was making me sign forms that were in German
Yeah.
and wouldn't explain to me what I was signing.
Okay, that's
So
the
he's-
problem. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm totally relying on this guy being honest.
Yeah.
So he's like, don't worry, sign here. I said, I don't know what I'm signing
How did you get this lawyer?
because the Arbeitshelfen,
Yeah.
I went there first.
And you
Yes.
asked for help.
I literally sat in an interview room and they went, non sprechen Deutsch, out. Go to find this lawyer. And actually, no,
This special one.
right, what actually
Okay.
happened was, I work in business, right? It was someone that I met at a business meeting
Yeah.
said, if you have no money, this is the guy who will help you. So the only reason I went to him was because I had no money.
Okay.
That's this whole thing.
Okay.
That's-
And now you're here to
Well, he has my,
report.
just on the day that all this happened, I went into his office, I said, firstly, why didn't you let me come to the court? Which I now found out is not true. Why is it only 2,400 euros? You didn't mention any of the other things. And
Okay.
secondly, then he said, oh, you didn't get legal aid. I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, oh, and I actually have charges. I'm like, what charges? I said, please show me the file so I can see what's going on.
Yeah.
So I went to reception, he grabbed me by the arm,
Okay.
and then threw me out the office.
Okay.
So at that point, I called the Polizei.
Okay.
2 Polizei turned up, and I told them what happened.
Yeah.
They said,
And
nothing happened.
did they report the crime, the violence of the police?
Well, one thing is, there was witnesses in the office.
Yeah.
They didn't interview anyone. They said,
In the office of the lawyer.
he said,
Yes.
yes, I don't know if that's one or not.
Yeah.
But what he said was, the lawyer is German, he's in his office, you're not German. If you had retaliated against him, I would have put you in prison. He's German, he can do what he wants. And he said, I suggest you leave.
Before he grabbed
I
your
went to-
arm,
yes.
Did he want you to leave the office?
Well, what happened was, when it became clear he was lying, I started to ask more and more questions, and he wouldn't give me an answer.
Yeah.
At that point, so his office is on the left, I walked to the reception to the right, he followed me, and I said, may I please have my file?
Yeah.
At that point, he grabbed me, and he escorted me out in front of clients.
Okay, so before he didn't tell you to leave this
No.
office immediately?
No.
Okay. Er möchte gerne eine Anzeige erstatten wegen Körperverletzung, wegen dieses Angrapschen am Arm.
And I went to the doctor, and they gave me
You went? Oh, great.
Well, I had bruises on my arm. I had to get pain, I
okay.
got painkillers.
Okay.
Also angeblich, hier steht ja dann,
I don't know if that's a relevant number or
Just a
not.
moment, we have to talk about this because I don't know the whole.
heute Morgen
Oh,
Ja.
der hat komplett München gecheckt und Umkreis, nichts gar nicht.
Was?
Das Zeichen. Dann haben wir es über den Namen probiert. Ging's
Ja.
aber nicht, weil er sagte, es waren ja welche vor Ort.
Nee. Vor Ort in der Anwaltskanzlei.
Ja. Das habe ich auch so verstanden, dass er da rausgedrängt wurde und dann da zwei Polizeibeamte kamen und ihn dann da so ein bisschen abgeschnitten haben. Aber dann habe ich jetzt das Aktenzeichen hier gefunden, das hat er mir gestern mal gebracht, hier, diese ganzen Unterlagen.
Wo hast du das Aktenzeichen gefunden?
Das hat er gegeben.
Where does this number comes from?
So what happened is when those two police officers turned up, they were refusing to write a report.
Yeah.
And I said, when he mentioned that thing about East Germany or not, I said, are you willing to put that in writing?
Yeah.
He said, no. I said, can I have a police badge number? No. I said, can you at least question the people that are in there? What happened? No. And then this guy wrote down on a random piece of paper, like a piece of paper like
Do you
this.
have this? This paper?
Honestly, probably not. I've had to travel all over the place, but maybe. I don't know. I've had to travel a lot.
Okay. Where did you meet this police officers?
Right outside his office. It was right from, if this is the lawyer's office, we were stood right outside his window. And I was telling
In
him,
the
this
same
is
house or on the street?
on the Straße.
On the
And the lawyer was looking out the window.
Das wird jetzt aber echt, das ist Strafvereitelung im Amt, was er gerade hier beanzeigt.
Habe ich gestern auch überlegt. Noch.
Ja, definitiv.
Aber ich habe ihn gestern so
auch,
verstanden, dass er nicht jetzt hier ist wegen den Polizeibeamten, sondern wegen der Kohle.
sowohl als auch. Er ist von dem Rechtsanwalt falsch beraten worden. Der hat gesagt, er kriegt Prozesskostenhilfe. Dann hat er einen Vergleich geschlossen.
Genau, und da kam dann die 2400
Da kam
Euro.
nicht, wobei er nicht weiß, wie sich die zusammensetzt und das nicht in Rücksprache mit ihm erfolgt ist. Dann, nach dem Prozess hat er ihm gesagt, er kriegt keine Prozesskostenhilfe. Auf die Frage, warum, weshalb, wieso, konnte er keine Antwort geben. Daraufhin ist er zur Rezeption gegangen, um dort Antworten zu bekommen. Da ist der Rechtsanwalt ihm hinterhergelaufen, hat ihn am Arm gepackt. Er hat einen Bluterguss gehabt, war beim Arzt, hat auch einen Attest.
Wo war das?
Können wir gleich fragen. Als er aus der Rechtsanwaltskanzlei rausging, waren dann 2 Polizeibeamte. Wobei, vielleicht war es auch ein Sicherheitsdienst. Da bin ich mir gar nicht so sicher. Weil das wäre ja echt ein purer Zufall, dass zufälligerweise 2.
Weil, wie gesagt, ich habe vorhin bei der NAPO angerufen. Weder
Ja.
unter dem Namen oder unter dem.
Da sollte man ihn vielleicht noch befragen, wie die aussahen, die Polizeibeamten. Weil wenn es in München war, dann unterscheiden die sich erheblich von Sicherheitskräften.
Wen willst du da anzeigen? Das unbekannte Täter war in München, das ist riesig.
Nee, wir wissen, wann er war, also wann er da war, wo er war, welche Uhrzeit. Und jede Polizeidienststelle hat seine Streifen draußen.
Ja, ich habe gestern noch mit dem Anwalt geredet und er sagte mir, dass ständig irgendwelche Polizeidienststellen bei ihm anrufen und ja.
Ja, wahrscheinlich, weil er tatsächlich ein MINT-Ei ist. Er sagt nämlich, die ganzen Anträge ist alles und alles, was er unterschrieben hat, ist alles auf Deutsch gelaufen. Die wurden nicht übersetzt und man keine Beiblätter bei.
Der Anwalt meinte gestern, er hat alle die Dokumente ihm ausgehändigt, auch die Geschichte vom Gericht und bla.
Ja, wobei das ja nicht unser Part hier ist.
Nee. Also
Das
ich hätte
muss-
jetzt heute auch nur eine Unterschlagenheit von den 2.400 €, weil die hat er ja nicht bekommen.
Ich weiß nicht, wie es rechtlich aussieht. Just a moment, we discuss the possibilities you have and what we have to ask you.
I just have one thing to say, and I wrote this email to him detailing everything
Yeah.
about what he did. If I owe him money, is it normal not to reply? He just didn't reply.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense, does it?
Yeah. I will read in a minute.
Yeah.
But we will shortly finish the discussion.
Weil ich muss ja dann irgendwas im Sachverhalt ausschreiben und wenn ich nicht richtig verstehe, macht das ja gar keinen Sinn.
Ja, also es sind wirklich schwere Vorwürfe, die er hier erhebt. Die Körperverletzung gegenüber dem Anwalt, darum habe ich gefragt, ob der vorher einen Platzverweis, also ein Hausverbot ausgesprochen hat, weil er ist ja befugt, wenn er das vorher ausgesprochen hat, das körperlich zu unterstützen. Aber er kam da hinterher gerannt und hat ihn sofort angefasst. Also er hat kein Hausverbot erteilt und somit ist es kein Hausfriedensbruch, sprich er darf auch keinen Zwang anwenden. Also es ist eine Körperverletzung. Ob es eine Unterschlagung ist, weiß ich nicht. Also da kenne ich mich rechtlich nicht aus. Da könnte man mit dem Ermittlungsdienst kurz Rücksprache halten. Vielleicht hat da eine Erfahrung drin. Ich weiß es nicht, ich müsste nachlesen.
Ja, das Problem ist, er kann ja nichts hier belegen. Ich bin mir auch gesagt, vom Gericht irgendwie ein Urteil, dass er jetzt mit, dass er wirklich ein Vergleich ausgehandelt wurde mit BTO, der kann mir erzählen,
was er will.
Ja.
Aber es ist ja ein Verdacht einer Straftat. Und man muss ihn jetzt belehren, weil wir keine Anhaltspunkte haben, Vortäuschung einer Straftat. Weil wenn wir das machen, dann können wir das trotzdem ohne Belege aufnehmen, weil wir ihn belehrt haben. Also Körperverletzung, Rechtsanwalt, Unterschlagung. Dann hat er garantiert auch irgendeinen Sachverhalt erfüllt bezüglich der.
Ja, wir haben jetzt wieder einmal erreicht, die etwas.
Ich weiß nicht, ob das eventuell nicht sogar ein Betrug ist. Also da müssen wir rechtlich gleich noch mal ein bisschen ermitteln, was es sein könnte. Mit diesen deutschen Formularen nur, weil wenn er gewusst hätte, dass er den Rechtsanwalt bezahlen müsste,
ich würde jetzt
dann hätte er dieses Verfahren nicht angestrebt. Also falsche Beratung. Ja. So. Dann Strafvereitelung im Amt. Verdacht.
Das ist ja wirklich die Polizei war, ne?
Ja, da muss noch fragen, wie die aussah. In Bayern ist es einfach, wir haben noch beige Hosen und.
Grüne Union, ja.
Ne, also von daher kann man die nicht mit Sicherheitskräften verwechseln, also lohnt sich die Frage. Das wären so die Sachen, die ich jetzt machen würde. Es sei denn, du widersprichst mir oder ergänzt es.
Nee, also ich hätte jetzt, wie gesagt, also unterschlagen wäre für mich jetzt Betrug.
Ich weiß nicht, also ich weiß nicht, wie das Recht ist, da müsste ich googeln. Google doch einfach mal falsche Zusage.
Wer eine fremde bewegliche Sache sich oder ein Weg zu erkennen, wird befragen.
Okay, so we discussed what we shall report as a crime. And before I will question you more,
Sure.
I will ask, I will read this.
Ask whatever you like.
Okay. Kannst du mal die Fragen aufschreiben, die wir noch stellen wollen? Das wird auch nicht vergessen.
Also Aussehen
So,
der
Project Manager. Yeah, Mr. Fraser.
Ja.
That's correct, okay.
This was my boss.
Katja.
Karen.
Kevin.
From Sky Germany. The document, what I gave you yesterday in English, you have read it? Okay. And you have the document from the doctor?
Not only, but I can call him and get it, yes.
Yes.
We need it. Where's the doctor here in Hannover?
Yeah.
Munich. Do you have the telephone number for us?
I can get it.
That will be great.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you think about it, sir,
Tell me.
if I had no money, why would I hire a lawyer to get me money? It's going to be less than what his fees are. I mean, why would I do that?
Yeah. And if you
And he's
had
making me
known
sign
that,
documents that he could have made me sign anything.
yeah. And if you had known that you wouldn't get the legal,
Anyone with a brain, why would I do
yeah,
that?
yeah,
I'm going to go through 4 months of a nightmare to cost myself money.
yeah.
Why would I do that? And then when I started to ask more in-depth questions, okay, what you're saying makes no sense. That's when it became violent.
Yeah, okay. Genau, das ist es.
Jetzt erhöhen wir unsere beschädigt, also die Vorstellungsweiter oder die Einstellung oder Rückenwahrheit seiner Rettung errichten.
What I can do is, I can go get the doctor's number while you read those emails and I can go back.
Oh, that sounds great, yeah.
Just so we're
Yeah,
clear. Yeah,
that's
let me go get his number.
Bitte?
Okay.
Okay, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
But you go outside.
I'm gonna have to go to my hotel and go,
Yeah. So take everything you have to us. If you have a report of the doctor or photos,
okay.
you have photos on your mobile.
I got my mobile phone stolen, but I mean, I have so much data all over the place, I'll have a look. It might be on my email.
Now the address and the name of the doctor.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, I remember he gave me painkillers for it.
yeah. You have the prescription for the painkillers.
My doctor will have it. I don't physically have it.
You got some directly from the doctor.
No, he prescribed.
Yeah, and
He
this
wrote a
prescription
He will
ID.
have it.
Why has it the doctor?
No, because,
Normally, you go to a pharmacy,
yes,
gives a prescription to the staff, and they give you the painkillers
yes.
and give it back to you.
I don't keep the prescription. I'm living in hotels since
Yeah.
I've been in Germany. If
Okay.
I'm carrying a stack of
Yeah.
prescriptions,
Okay, then please get the telephone number and the name of the doctor.
he loads everything on a computer.
Yeah,
All he would have to do is reprint the prescription.
yeah. We will call him, so please give
Yes.
us the name and the telephone number. Okay, see you in 5 minutes.
Also, the 2 police who turned up, they
Can you
did take a
Can you
picture.
describe the person? Not the phenotype.
Are you talking about the
Only
police?
what
The
does
uniform.
they wear?
It was brown and green.
Brown and green.
One of them was